Rockin Robin. This whole thing's based around a blues progression, so we'll start with the 1 chord, then the 4 chord and the 5 chord. The 1 chord will be a G7, the 4 chord's a C7, and then we move to this D7 for chord 5. I'm keeping the whole thing going with my right hand, so let's take a closer look at what I'm doing with that. So I start with this G7. I want to keep this little pattern going. That's my melody. So I can do all that while I'm holding the chord down. I don't have to take the chord off just to play this melody on its own. I want to keep my bass notes ringing. So this is how I do it. I'm going to pluck the low E string with my thumb, then the G, the B and the E with my first finger, second finger, third finger, like this at the same time. I always use the same 3 fingers for the top 3 strings, like the G strings, my first finger, the B strings, my second finger, and the high E is my third finger. Sometimes I'll switch string sets, but they always line up. You know, they're always the same fingers, just lining up. So I start with the G7 with a pluck, then I do a rake with the first finger over the strings. I just rake upwards. Then I release my first finger and go back down. Kind of like I'm strumming and finger picking at the same time. So then I'm going to put this little finger on at the 3rd fret. You can keep it on the whole time actually. As soon as you start you can have it there. So, and then I'm going to pluck again. So E string, G and B. So we get this. Then I'm going to just pick this E string out with my second finger. So we get. Then I'm going to pluck this F again with the bass note. So we get. Then an upstroke. And then pluck. With the F, first fret back on. Once you have that up to speed, you can move on to the slide. So these are the notes that I wanted: the B, the A, and the open G. But I thought it sounded a bit better, so I'm going to slide with thirds instead. I'm just going to pick those with my first finger and my second finger. You could slide into it or just go straight from the 3rd fret and the 3rd fret, the 4th fret and the 3rd fret on the G string, 4th fret, and a B string, 3rd fret. Slide down 2 frets, and then open G and B. Then 2nd fret on the D, open G. My right hand, I'm just using these 2 fingers, same 2 fingers, open. Then I'll do the 2nd fret with my thumb, and then open G with my first finger. I'm trying to make these open G notes snap, or pop I should say. So I'm curling my finger and really popping that G string. Then I get to do that verse again. Then we go to Rockin Robin, where I'm playing the G string, 2nd fret, open B, and then when I go back to the G string at 2nd fret, I add the bass note. So I've got the bass note on the C at the A string, 3rd fret, and my first finger's on this G string, 2nd fret. I play them together, and then I pull off the first finger to an open G. Then I have to keep the time going somehow. I want to keep the rhythm going, so So do this pattern where I'm playing the bass note, kind of like I did before, but no first finger. So I get, I'm not doing the rake anymore, I'm just doing thumb, G and B together. So this. That kind of thing. So bass, slap to mute, and then G and B strings together. Then I do it again. This time I grab the G bass note. Same thing, all I did was I moved the bass note from C to G. Then I move to this D, D7, D minor 7 I'm going to say. And I'm keeping that pattern going. Thumb, G and B string. I am using my first finger to do a little rake this time. I'll do that 3 times. Then I'll add my little finger or my third finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Then I start doing pull-offs just for fun. So I started here at the 4th fret of the G string, then the 2nd fret of the G string, and then I pull off to the open G. So I find the trick with pull-offs is to make the first note as clear and as long as possible. You don't want short stubby notes, you want to make them nice and long. So if you hit that first note nice and clear, pull off to 2nd fret, open G. Then 2nd fret on the D string, and then a G, open G. Then I do a kind of a bluesy rundown with this F add 9 chord, which I really like. So it's the 3rd fret on the D string and the 1st fret on the B, and I'm playing the D, the G and the B strings again. 3rd fret on the D, walking down, 2nd fret on the D, while I keep this B string at the 1st fret held. So we get 3 and 1, 2 and 1, 1st fret with the G and B together, then all strings open. So we get this. Then right before I go back into the verse, I do the C add 9 chord, which is the 3rd fret on the A, the 3rd fret on the B, open E, so I'm doing thumb on the A string, G, B, and then high E. Thumb, 1, 2, 3 again. So far I've done 2 verses, I've done Rockin Robin, and then I'm coming back into the chorus. So I've got G, D, pull-offs, rundown. On the last time that I played through, I'm going to add these 6ths, which I think sound awesome on acoustic. On the 7th fret of the D string and the 7th fret of the B, I'm going to pluck the D string and then kind of pop the B string at the 7th fret. So 7th fret D, 7th fret B, and I'm really trying to use my palm to mute the strings as much as possible. This is the technique that I use the most, absolutely indispensable technique, the palm muting. So I don't want these strings ringing out like that. I want to keep control of them, so to get that poppy snappy sound. So 7 and 7, slide down 2 frets, 5 and 5, then to the 4th fret and the 3rd fret with the 2nd finger, 1st finger. So I'll switch fingers there. 2 and 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, Then I slide down to 3 and 2, 2 and 1. So I get this. Then I just play the bass notes, F sharp and G. And then I might do a high G there, I think with my first finger. So you could do that with a bar or just hit the G chord. And there we have it. If you like this lesson and you want more content like this, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep making these arrangements. And also check out my Fingerstyle course, where I take you from simple strumming open chords to playing full arrangements and really getting off the ground with finger picking.